Hi, everybody. I've been very busy since the last episode, which I guess was actually like 3 days ago now, because I recorded 2 in a row, just because I wanted to finish my crazy apple orchard thing. And we did that video, but yeah, I've been working really hard on making some improvements to it. Basically, I've changed this a little bit. We'll go into detail on that in a little bit soon. Yeah, that was a bit redundant. Anyway, basically what we set up last episode just barely worked, and what mostly happened was that these were running out of apple juice. Okay, they're still sort of running out of apple juice, but my biomass tank went all the way down to 0, and I was running real low on it, but I managed to get it back up a little bit higher. But before we talk about that, I have expanded this building quite a lot. Wish I had my jetpack on to show you the from above. But yeah, I have space for lots of alvearies in here. Now let's count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 16 of them. Okay. So, yeah, I just sort of tiled it left and right. So we have, these main 4 here that we started with. I replaced these blocks with stairs, basically, and moved these frame housings down. So I wanted to be able to get at the frame housings from above, but also from below for automation. We'll be doing something more with them later in this episode. But yeah, just expanded this out horizontally. I'm working on building another alveoli there as I get the blocks to do it. I need to do something about the rest of this volcano. It's really encroaching on my, yes, the volcano is encroaching on my building that I'm putting in place of it. Okay, I'm encroaching on the volcano, and I want to encroach more and take the whole thing down. The basalt gets really thick as you go along. I mean, oh, oops, fell down. Anyway, so yeah, this building expanded. Let's take a look in the basement a little bit. We haven't turned on our boiler just yet. Oh, I prettied up this hallway. I like this design. It's pretty cool. All swirly. And this is the old passage down to our starting cave. Just having to go right through here. I think I'll just leave it as it is. Anyway, so so this chest is completely full of bee products. I have a lot in here. And I added a second one, and it's already half full, so we really got to get these processing very soon. I'm hoping to flip the switch and turn on our boiler this episode, but let's talk a little bit about our biomass setup. So basically, I didn't have enough apple juice to keep those going consistently, so I've approached that problem from 3 different angles. Number 1, I have improved my apple trees here. These are actually, let's see, where can I get, yeah, here we go. Oh, I have one on me, good. These are my 2 backups just in case I lose my others somehow, but let's get our treealizer. So I did some tree crossbreeding, bred. Okay, so let's talk about tree breeding a little bit, because there's a bit more to it than I've seen. I've been learning more about it as I go along. These I tried first crossing apple trees with cherry trees, because cherry trees. Let's get a cherry tree so we can actually take a look at its traits. And I want walnut too. Do I have any treealized walnut saplings? I know I have some over there. Okay, let's go get some. Yeah, I just have a temporary chest over here for my for the saplings I was using for tree breeding. Okay, so we'll get a walnut here. Oh, here we go. So right, I tried crossing oak saplings with cherry saplings, because cherry ones have normal yield and highest sappiness. Apple ones, ignore this, we'll talk about, right, we got a good one here. They normally come with lowest and lower. So the problem was when I crossed oak with cherry, the only saplings I got out of that were cherry saplings. Like, it was cherry oak hybrid, but I did not get a single oak cherry hybrid. Like, I keep seeing things fly by and thinking they're wisps, so they're usually bees. Occasionally it's a wisp. Anyway, yeah, cherry was just overriding my my oak attributes too much. So instead I tried crossing them with walnut, which worked better. But the problem was, what happened then was I would get cherry trees that produced walnuts. Or actually, they were crossed out. It didn't actually produce walnuts, but it would say walnuts here. And yeah, I need apple oaks that... did I say cherry trees? Oak trees that produce walnuts. I need oak trees that produce apples, which doesn't make any sense in the first place, but yeah, just going in here to get a little bit farther away from noisy rain. So yeah, I crossed those again with walnuts to get good traits in them, and eventually, after a few rounds of breeding, got these guys. So yeah, they mature fastest, which I don't think matters. That's just how quick the sapling grows. I feel like I'm talking fast. Let's slow down a little bit. They have a normal yield, so that's higher, more apples per leaf than normal. And they have highest sappiness, so the apples ripen more quickly. Now, however, I feel like... Hang on, what time is it? I want to sleep. I do want to let it rain. Okay, good. We'll be able to sleep soon. Let me just turn down my volume a little bit so this rain isn't so loud. Whoops, just bumped the mouse. So, I do feel like apple trees are a little bit weird. They're different from the other types of fruit trees. Like, you know, the walnut trees, we saw each leaf has a visible ripeness of the fruit, or I guess nut on it. Same for cherry and chestnut trees. I guess we haven't seen chestnuts in this world. But apple trees don't. When we tried bone mealing the leaves, they took our bone meal but didn't visibly change appearance. And as soon as these leaves are planted, this farm starts rustling through them and getting apples immediately. So something is different about the logic of the way apples get picked from these trees. So what I'm trying to do right now is I'm trying to breed apple with lime, and I saw Etho do this. Apparently you can get a lime tree that produces apples. So I'm thinking if we do that, then maybe that'll be better for us, like if it follows the other type of logic of ripening. I don't know. It's an experiment to try, so we'll find out if that's any better for us. So, alright, sun's going down. Right, so that was the first angle I took to tackle this problem. I found a more efficient layout for this so that we get more apple trees, more leaves packed into this space. And yeah, the system's going okay right now with that. I also added 2 more engines, just have a Stirling engine and a hobbyist steam engine, just whatever I had laying around, basically. So I'm occasionally coming out and refilling them in the charcoal. They're temporary. Once we get this more stabilized, we'll be probably removing them. So we are getting way more mulch than we need. I have this chest completely full and actually a void pipe right here, getting rid of any excess. I don't usually like to use void pipes, but I can't think of anything to do with this much mulch. Yeah, and these are changed to intelligently request... it calls it weird stuff. Resources and fuel. One of those is saplings, one of those is mulch. But anyway, it requests those when one of those is actually getting low. Let's finally sleep and shut this rain off. So right, we have better apple trees for that. The second angle I took to tackle the problem of not enough apple juice was to do some stuff with bees. So we have, hang on, let me find them. I know they're in here somewhere. Actually, I have them in an alveary here. We have bees producing apple juice for us. These are fruity bees. They make fruity combs, I believe they're called, which when you centrifuge them, gives you these apple drops. Now, an apple drop can be put in a squeezer for apple juice. And that's actually good. So I want to supplement my apples with those, and they don't produce mulch. So it's good that, in a way, it's good that we're getting excess mulch, because if we're using apple drops, we won't get any out of that. So the apples are making us enough mulch so that we can supplement it with something else that doesn't make mulch. Anyway, so that's number 2. Number 3 is I also have bred my oily bees with distilled bees for refined ones, which produce both as many oily combs as as distilled bees do, but also produce these petroleum combs. Now these things produce petroleum propolis, which can be squeezed for biofuel. So the way that helps our farm here is it lets our boiler get an extra boost of biofuel and not have to lean so much on this system for making it for us. So anyway, did I change anything else significant down here? No, not particularly. This is still horrible. Oh, I'm not sure I had this many squeezers before. We have 3 now. Yeah, anyway. So now our biofuel tank is actually full enough to turn on our boiler now. as long as we are producing enough excess to keep it going. Let's see, I did the calculations, and yes, we are. These stills, if they are running on my main power grid, which I think, yeah, I think I have that hooked up now. I need one more redstone energy conduit to get it all the way working. Turn on the stills, because I turned them off because my biomass tank was emptying. So let's actually turn them on and see it all work. So yeah, I did the calculations. I needed to produce 1 bucket of biofuel per 1 minute and 42 seconds, I think it was, something like that. And I am producing enough. So with these stills running at full speed. So there's enough stills. The only question is if I'm producing enough biomass. So let's go ahead and actually turn on our boiler and just say, yeah, hope we're producing enough. If not, we'll have to start from nothing and figure out something else. Oh, and yeah, I have a lava tank here. Just been filling it up manually. I don't have any automated stuff for it yet, but we'll get there. So yeah, biofuel. Can I get through here? No, I can't. I don't like this part of my my place. It's a mess. All right, so all the way over here. The boiler, yep, boiler is working on heating up. And yeah, that's going to take 5 hours, so we won't actually see that get anywhere. But yeah, I will keep a very close eye on my biofuel and biomass as we go. Biomass, wasn't it at 280? Yeah, that's definitely going down quite a bit. Okay, we got to speed that up. So I wonder if I should turn that off. No, I mean, this will get it to full heat. And okay, well, we'll just leave it. I hope it goes okay. If nothing else, I guess we can pipe some fuel into our boiler to keep it going temporarily while we solve our biofuel problem. But anyway, that'll take a long time. I don't know if it'll get up to 100 while we're watching it. Might. We'll check it at the end of the episode and see what's happened with it. So, while I was breeding up my, oh goodness, what are they called? Refined and fruity bees, I also went ahead and got these. These are diamond bees. So, these are not actually as overpowered as you might think they are. I used my awesome majestic template. Oh, yeah, by the way, I have all of the best bee traits. Like, there isn't a single trait I can put on here that would improve these bees more. Unless, you know, there's some other effect I want, but I think Explorer is pretty much the best one. But yeah, we have the biggest area, highest fertility, no flowers, fastest pollination, fastest speed, longest life, highest tolerances, nocturnal flyer cave. So these are ridiculously amazing bees. They're as good as bees can get. So, the only variable that's left after that is what we run them in. So let's talk about bee housing a little bit. So there's the apiary. Goes very slowly if it has no frames in it. Goes okay if it does have frames, but you have to replace them manually. Then the alvearies, I believe they go at a higher base speed than an apiary with frames, even with no frames in them. And you can put frame housings on them, which is a thing from Extra Bees. Each frame in a frame housing, assuming it's a normal frame, like untreated, impregnated, and proven, I believe all do the same thing. They double production speed, and it's multiplicative. So 4 frame housings gives you 16 times as much production speed as the base. Now, a diamond bee at normal speed, I'm going to walk away because that's noisy. A diamond bee at normal speed will produce, on average, 1 diamond comb per 172 minutes. A diamond comb gets centrifuged for a tiny pile of diamond dust. So that's 1/4 of a diamond dust. And if you actually want a diamond out of that, it's 4 to 3 in an implosion compressor. You can just turn these into diamonds. Like that. So, you know, that's how much output they'll get. But I checked it in an alveary at fastest speed with 4 frame housings. I believe they'll be producing a diamond comb for me on average once every 7 minutes, approximately. So we can make that pretty fast. Now, Sangir has been making some changes to the latest version of forestry. You can, in the version I'm using here, I could just pack these things full of frame housings and, you know, make every single block down here in the bottom 2 layers, except for the very center, a frame housing and put a frame in it and get an insane boost on production speed. But he is changing it in a later version of forestry to where you can't actually do that without risking your princess turning into a swarmer princess and dying off after some number of generations. So we'll just stick with 4 frame housings per alveary. One of the things I want to do this episode is get some automation up for putting probably untreated frames in here. They're the easiest to make, and as long as they're automated, they don't have to last long. I can just have it refill them. I have plenty of string, I have plenty of wood, so that's no problem. So the only trick is setting it up. And yeah, once the boiler's up, we can get this going. The redstone energy conduit's still here. It's just hidden under the rock wool there. Runs to the boiler here. Now, one of the things I'd like to change right now is after spending some time down here, it's actually kind of unpleasant. Like the black walls just make me not want to spend any time here. They're just not nice. Like black walls are not nice. They don't make me want to be in a space. So we're going to try replacing them with a lighter, cheerier block, and maybe it'll be a little more pleasant to be down there. So we have wool on the floors, wood on the ceiling, so something stony sort of makes sense for the walls. So what I'm doing here is you can make rebar with a bunch of different metals. You can use iron, steel. Oops, wrong button. Recipe. Oop, wrong button again. Yeah, so rolling machine, iron, bronze, refined iron, steel. You know, that gives you 6. It gives you 8. Aluminium only gives you 2. But I have so much excess aluminium and not as much to do with it as with the other materials that give you lots of these, that I'm just going to use it to roll up some rebar. Now with rebar, what you can do is... That was really weird. I didn't hear that whole sound. That was only part of it. Let's see, how much is this? You can turn it into concrete. I think it's like this. Yeah, concrete. So this block is like smooth stone, but a little bit lighter and smoother. So we're going to try replacing our basalt walls with concrete and see if they're any more pleasant to look at. Yeah, I thought about all sorts of different materials. Don't want to use marble brick because I'm already using it in the hallway here. But yeah, let's give concrete a try. So first we'll just replace 1 and set this to its target block. Maybe. It also might just be that I need more light down here because it's a little bit limited. I have those lamps on the floor, candles on the walls, but that's only so much. I think that does help. Yeah, that's nicer. Okay, let's replace as much as we can, which is that much. This is going to take a lot of rebar. But yeah, just looking at it from this angle, that feels better. Like this space makes me feel less depressed being in it than just that blackness all over the place. So I'll work on getting enough concrete together to make that happen. And that'll turn all of my smooth basalt back into cobblestone, which is annoying, but I have so much... I can just have my furnace change them all, my infernal furnace change them all back because I have so much excess vis here stored up in these crystal capacitors. Now, one of the ways flux dissipates is it bone meals the ground around it, and it's apparently done that a whole bunch over here. Other ways are lightning, wisps. Occasionally you'll get weird stuff spawning, like giant angry zombies are a thing that can happen. And sometimes you get struck by wait, I already said lightning. Sometimes you get status effects. I've only seen that once, and I just got the message in chat. What is it? It's the air becomes suffused with strange energies, I think. But I didn't actually see any effect. I was underground at the time, so maybe you have to be on the surface for that to work. Anyway, so yeah, we're going to replace that with concrete. I want to turn off my rolling machine because it's a constant drain on my energy grid. Is it done? Just about. Okay, turn it off, and it should have enough energy to finish. Yep. Good. So there's the rest of our rebar, and we're going to need to roll a lot more. I've been using my industrial grinder, so I'm doing better on resources than I was last time. Had have gone on a couple of impromptu mining trips just to get some of this. But yeah, we're sitting okay at the moment. And now that we have metal bees producing stuff for us, we should be in pretty good shape. I'm going to clear a few things out of here just so I don't have to deal with them at the moment. What else are we doing? Right, so this next thing here is to set up, we want to set up a way to get untreated frames into our frame housings. So red power is a good way to do that because it can, along a pneumatic tube network, I may have overdone it a little bit with the number of pneumatic tubes I crafted, but we have a whole bunch. So, yeah, it'll automatically distribute stuff intelligently among all of the target places it can go. So that's probably a good choice for this. With BuildCraft, it would be much more complicated and expensive to do, I think. In fact, I'm not even sure how I would do it. I would do it with, yeah, I'd need a diamond transport pipe for each one of these and some sort of looping system so that if an untreated frame doesn't find a home, it just goes back to where it came from. Let's figure out how to connect these up. Now, this is a little bit haphazard, but... Okay, we're going to have to either... We could use the outer edge if we move this over. Let's do that. Yeah, so we use the outer edge for our red power tubes. Give me this. And just change the layout so that any BuildCraft tubing goes on the inner edge. And yeah, we'll just connect that up to some sort of auto-crafting table or something which constructs untreated frames, and we should be good. So are those all... Got two more here. I did each one of these differently. It's kind of annoying how it's haphazard like that, but I guess it's fine. And, you know, these don't all have frame housings. Those things are kind of expensive. They cost... what does it take to make one? Frame housing. Costs an alveoli block and 3 golden electron tubes. So you make these 4 at a time in a thermionic fabricator like that. So it's a little more than 1 gold ingot. It's 1 1/4 gold ingots per tube. So yeah, I don't have enough gold to make. I don't think I have enough gold to make 4 frame housings per alveoli here. And you know, this one's not even finished. So anyway, we'll just these are for fruity because we need apple drops very badly. Glacial, because we need ice shards very badly, and majestic, because we need honey drops to build more alveolis. So, let me connect these up and get the supplies that I need to craft untreated frames, and then we will do something good with them. So I'll be right back. Whoa! Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay, well, something has happened here, and I think I know what. Our, oh, wow. So, our boiler must have heated up to 100 degrees. Yup, those industrial steam engines are going, and they are powering our centrifuges, which apparently are making us way too many bee products to fit in those chests. So, need to do some quick storage of... Wait. Oh, because this one chest is full. Okay, let's give me a... you know what? Let's do this. Stop, please. I'm not ready for you yet. And I don't have the inventory space for this. Okay, so it was all going into the chest that happens to be full. Wow. All right, let me clean up this mess, and we'll get back to what we're doing. All right, that's better. Nothing on the ground now. So... yeah, that was pretty good actually. I just wish I had moved this pipe to the chest that's not already full, because yeah. Anyway, but that's okay. So we will. Yeah, I don't think we need too much for this. This should actually be very simple. So I have my supplies here, and what we're going to do is we'll use fabricators to make the frames we want. Let's see. Oh, this axe is great. I really like it. I don't need the Fortune 3 on it, but everything else is fantastic. I'm very happy with it. I accidentally broke my other one. I wanted to give it a repair enchant before it broke, but I forgot and broke one more block, and it broke. Anyway, so we want to... all we really need is a transposer, pulling out of a fabricator, which makes untreated frames, going into this tube network, I think. So let's see what we need to do. So we need how many fabricators? I'm going to start with... Fabricators can't pull from a chest on top of them, unfortunately. That's really bugging me. So that's one way I like auto crafting tables better. But they're great other than that. Okay, so let's just put this chest here. So this will be our wood chest. I don't think we need more than this capacity of a chest because, you know, wood, one log turns into quite a lot of sticks. So this pattern goes like that. Yes, make me planks. And from that one, we want to make sticks. Oh, dang it, it made buttons. I've done that before. Okay. So there's buttons, and then from, or no, there's sticks. So there's your sticks. And then we also want some string here. So here's a string chest. I want it facing this way. Okay. Fabricator here is going to make, give me, let's see, a piece of string and a stick. Untreated frames. And then all we need is a transposer pulling out of that fabricator. Do we put it this way? No, we don't. I always get that wrong. Okay, how about this way? There we go. And going into a pneumatic tube network. And then we put a timer on it, and everything should be good. Let's make this once every 10 seconds, maybe. Go a little faster for the moment. Okay. So are those all finding homes? Yeah, good, good. Okay. So it's using those frames. Yep, we'll see their durability going down real quick. Excellent. And if there's no place for a frame to go, this transposer will just do nothing when the timer ticks it, I think. Good. Oh, what's happened here? How did that get... Wait a minute. Wait a minute. That frame... How... Whoa! Whoa! That is one I did not see coming. Wow. Okay, so let's take that out. All right. So we can put a cover on there to prevent that from happening. For the moment, let's do this. Just avoid connecting that to anything that's not a frame housing block. Wow. That I did not expect. Okay, so those have all gone in here. And there's no convenient way to insert those into the system now, so blah. All right, so we have some extra untreated frames right here. Okay, so get into the frame housings, please. Let's watch these go. That tried to go that way. It bounced back because it doesn't have a place to... Wait. Have you... Yes, okay, good. Good. And good, good. Those all have frames in them. Okay. Cool. Now it's idle because everything is filled with a frame. And as soon as one of those breaks... I'm going to slow this down. As soon as one of those breaks, it'll get replaced. Great. And we'll just have to refill this string and... Whoa! Well, that'll go a long way. But we have so much wood from our Steve Scart's farm that we're just not using that we can just bring like a whole barrel down there, maybe. Now, I think barrels are a little weird if you pull out of any side other than the bottom, and a Zycraft Zycraft fabricator can't pull stuff from the top of a fabricator, so that might be inconvenient. But anyway, so yeah, we have frames going in there. Let me, not talking very well at the moment. Let me collect my thoughts for a moment, then we'll continue. All right, so I'm going to set this up so that our boiler isn't wasted, since it is actually running now. So I'm just going to put another chest here, and let's... Oh man, I got the wrong transport pipes again. Oh well, that's the right one for what I want to do here. So, yeah, this is good enough for now. We'll just have this... That's nice when I'm not recording, but when I'm recording, it's a constant interruption. We'll just have this going, the processed products going into that chest for the moment. So these are getting combs and things. This one's full of combs, so they're all going in there. But anyway, let's turn this back on and watch it work. And I think I might want to change my diamond pipe configuration a little bit. Is this going to go? Oh yeah. Awesome. So let's make sure those go to where they need to go. And yeah, this, yeah, that's out of space. I don't think that's all the combs that come into the system. Let's see, what do we have right now? We have classical, so those produce honeycombs, and imperial royal jelly. Fruity, which produce fruity combs, and some other types. Anyway, let's actually just look in here. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I should probably just void pipe or recycle rocky combs because they're like honeycombs, only worse. 50% beeswax, 25% honey drops. So, you know, if I have all the MJ I could ever need, which maybe I do with the spoiler, I could just use that to centrifuge them, but I don't know. I should probably just toss them because I have better stuff to do with my time. But anyway, 1, 2, 3, 4, assuming we don't do this one, 5, 6. Okay, maybe we can do that. No, 7, 8, 9. Okay, that's 9 types, right? Oh, 10. I didn't count those before. Okay, so yeah, we have too many types to fit in this diamond pipe. So let's do it the other way around. We're going to take anything that's produced that is not a comb. Oh, that's not. That's a centrifuged product. And put it through. That's also a centrifuged product. It's hard to remember which is which here. Yeah, here we go. And put it to the other side. I think that's everything. I didn't get royal jelly. Okay, here we go. So royal, hang on, that's yellow. A few things might pop out while I'm doing this, but that's okay. So I think if we do this, then all the combs will go. We good? All the combs should go to the right place. Stuff's going back up. Why is it going back up? Oh, I see. I'd like a better setup for this, but I don't know what that would be. Like, I could have one centrifuge per type of comb, but other than that, I don't know what to do here. I mean, I can just let stuff bounce around with these pneumatic tubes here. I guess that's okay, but I don't like it. Because yeah, those rocky combs. Wait, are those rocky combs? Those are rocky combs, right? Oh, speaking of rocky combs, let's not put those into the centrifuge. Let's have those go... Oh, wait, no, I can't do that. Whatever. Anyway, I'll just let it go. So, yeah, I'll just leave this. It seems to be doing its job okay. So, I haven't seen anything pop out, so I think I got all this stuff I'm producing that's not a comb. So, let's go do something else. Man, it seems like every time I come back here, I have 30 levels just from being around my bees. So I've just been... Oh, no way! That is the first time I have ever been able to actually enchant a Silk Touch book. You saw... Well, if you watched my me playing in my Mindcrack world, you saw how many books I went through trying to get one of those. That is amazing, and I am glad I caught it on camera. Beautiful. What we're going to do with this is we are going to attempt to put it on a Vajra. And that will be the most amazing tool that has ever existed. So, I don't think I have the iridium to build a Vajra yet. We're going to be doing something with... Oh, maybe I do. Didn't I need only 12? Let's actually check on that. This may change our plans a little bit. So this thing costs... Right, each plate is 4 iridium, and I need 3 plates for it. Yeah. Yeah, because we already looked at this. Cool. I could build that right now. The only thing is... Okay, so you know what? I'll actually build that off camera since we've gone through it before... Well, no, we won't do that yet. I'm sorry, I'm being indecisive. I don't think we have the EU power generation to be able to really support a Vajra. Like, we could build it... charge it up in our MFSU, and then, you know, this would charge extremely slowly from this thermal generator, which is 24 EU, gas turbine, which is 8 and has no gas in it, so that's 0, and generator, which is, what, 16, 20, something like, no, it's 10. Yeah, so we really need some EU power generation. And another thing we need that for is a matter fabricator. I have some of the components for that here, but we're not going to get to that just yet. First, let's go look at our biofuel tank, and there's something I want to do with that. I don't know if I have all the components here. Let's just bring a couple of things. Oh, I already had lots of levers. So I want to use this item, which is a very annoying item, but I wanted to tell me if my biofuel tank is getting low. Ah! I know there's another sound you can choose. How's this one? That's slightly less annoying. They're both terrible, though, so that'll definitely make me stop what I'm doing and go pay attention to it. So, okay, we'll use the sci-fi one. That's not quite as unpleasant. So, the one and only use for Zycraft quartz crystals is for these liquid detector blocks. What these do is they emit a redstone signal if liquid is touching the block, I believe. Let's try it out on the lava tank since nothing's using that. So if I break this and put this here, then I got to reform the tank. Where is the valve, though? It's there. I need a... Okay, that'll do. Oh, interesting. Huh. Okay, so tank is formed, and this... That seems like it's turned a brighter shade of red. Let's see if it's emitting a redstone signal. It sure is! Oh, good grief. Okay, but if I... yeah, I can just break this block. If I put it up here, there's not enough liquid to actually touch it, so if I reform the tank, it won't be sending a redstone signal anymore. Wow, do you see that? That's really weird. So when the tank was unformed, this was disconnected. Oh, it must have been because I updated it. Okay, yeah, I understand. Because I broke the block next to it, so the block updated and Liquiduct decided it wasn't attached to the thing that was no longer a valve. Anyway, so this is no longer emitting a redstone signal. So what we're going to do with that is... what's the thing to do here? How about it alerts me if my tank is empty? I think that's the thing to do. So we're gonna... I think I can just mess with this tank. That won't take long. Okay, so I'll do this. Come here. And this goes here. And this is going to go here. Okay, reform, please. So now if that is not getting... I need a redstone torch. So if that's not getting a redstone signal, I want that alarm to go off. So, you know, that's dirt simple. Just stick a redstone torch on it and the alarm below that, and it should work, right? I think. Yeah, so I will know if my tank has run out of biofuel and my boiler is going to start cooling down, because that is important information to have. And I think that might happen because, man, I really want to just connect this conduit to that grid. I probably should do that, because I don't know if those 5 centrifuges over there need all, what is it, 140-some MJ? That no, I think it's more than that. See, it's 8 times 18 MJ, however much that is. Hang on, I can do that in my head. Come on, man. That is, yeah, 140 MJ per tick. No. No. Wrong. 144? I should know this off the top of my head. Yeah, it's 144, right? Yes. I'm going to say it's 144 MJ per tick. I don't think 5 centrifuges use that much. They use, what is it, 21 each? So yeah, that's only 105. So that's 39 MJ per tick that's going to waste. But anyway. Hey, wait. Why is this tank not formed? Did I not... Okay, there we go. Just didn't click it. Okay, so redstone torch on here should be off. Good. Howler alarm down here. And set to this. Sound rate 64 is fine. So good. That'll be our alarm system. This empties. We will know about it for sure. And that is not going down at too terrible a rate. I do need to bump up the production, but I'm okay with that, at least for the duration of this recording. I'll get the fruit drops coming from our bee product. I always go this way. I should just put a way to get through here, because this just stops you dead in your tracks. I think I can jump over it if I do it like this. There we go. So I want to get the fruit drops from the fruity combs, which should be coming in at a pretty good rate now that we have frames in there. Yep, new frames are going out. Interestingly, 2 at a time. Why did it do 2 at a time? That timer shouldn't have pulsed twice in a row like that. And there goes another. Okay. Now those are full, though. All right, so how many fruit drops do we have in here? None, but some are coming. Because, yeah, it had a backlog of combs before it could... Or apple drops, that is. Backlog of combs before it could get to the fruity ones. Okay, okay. I think we're good. Yeah. All right. Yeah, so I want to get those apple drops to the squeezers over there that are producing biomass for us. Anyway, so what else are we up to? Okay, here's a minor one. So this forge lexicon is a little annoying to use. I have to go get it out of the chest and shift right-click every time I want to change something. So let's put it onto this mystical plinth, which is relatively inexpensive if you have obsidian, and it costs 2 gold, but whatever. So you can just put this down, and this surprises me every time I do it, though now I think I'm used to what it does. When you put the lexicon on it, kaboom! But anyway, so that just gives you a lexicon block you can use. So, minor one, I just wanted to show it because the ridiculous lightning. I don't think it damages you or anything. Let's find out. So I'm going to put this here, and I'm going to stand right on it. Nope, no damage. Okay. So it's not like the Twilight Forest portal. It does damage you if you stand close to it. All right, so another thing is there is something from X Reliquary called the Lily Pad of Fertility. So we've seen this before. It's just made like that. This is a vial with water in it. Now the Lily Pad of Fertility, basically you put it down, and as I understand, it makes things in the area grow faster. So it's kind of like Zycorium soil that works at range, so you don't have to put it directly under the thing. So I thought that'd be real good for my tree farm here. I do wonder, you know, let's try feeding this some of those forestry saplings. I don't think it'll understand what they are. It'll probably just not be able to plant them, but I do want to try that. But if we just put these down here, oh, sparkly. Now this isn't going to be very obvious, I suspect, but it should, oh, hello, should make those trees grow faster. Oh, maybe it will be obvious. Is 4 too many? Because I know the effects stack. Maybe I should just do 1. Let's watch it for a little while longer. What is this cart doing? Is it? Okay, yeah. Oh, yeah, another tree grew. Okay, that's going to give us too much output on that, honestly. And I have space for 6. I just didn't actually have the glowstone for all the fertilizer serum I needed. So you know what? Let's just leave it. We have, if nothing else, we can just use a void pipe for excess wood and charcoal. I'll probably just do that since we're producing more than we need. Yeah, fill up these barrels, put them in a more convenient spot so I can actually get in here comfortably and get them. And then, yeah, just void pipe the rest, and we'll use this for apple production. So cool, that's a 4th way we can boost our production here. Let's see how these are doing. I'd really love to see it with these tanks actually full of apple juice. Now, on saplings, we are in real good shape. It's just since we're short on apple juice, you know, all the numbers change as you increase the power, so it's complicated. Like the balance of things, even if it's relatively balanced with these engines powering it, if I put this on the power grid, some things would speed up, some things wouldn't. Like, I don't think apple production from this would speed up much. It would let this look through the leaves more often to get apples out of them, but it won't help the apples ripen faster. And, you know, it'll do absolutely nothing for this cart farm because that doesn't use MJ for its work. Good grief! Those lily pads are crazy! Man! Okay, so those are... those have quite an effect. And they're not all that expensive to make. Yeah. So, anyway, this is... Did that go up? I feel like it was at 230. It might have gone up. And once we get the fruit drops coming in, it should go up at a pretty good rate. Okay, so I'm pretty happy with that. Oh, I really have a feeling I wanted to talk about golems somehow, but I cannot... Oh, yes, okay. I wanted to tell you something funny about this guy. So I was working down in my power room, doing a little digging. I think it was actually setting up the lava tank. And I noticed the wood golem was down here. Let's see if I can get him to do it again. So he does this funny thing. Let me cut a hole for him to get through here. So yeah, I was down here. Let's just leave those blocks in the ground. And I saw my wood golem was here, holding some blocks. I'm like, what is he doing here? Did he fall through the floor? What happened? But when there are blocks on the floor down here, he'll make his way down all the way from up here, because they're within the range he can see, and he will pick up the blocks and then just stand there. I think he doesn't know how to get back to his chest, or can't see the chest from where he is. I don't know if those are within range. Let's see if he's coming. His pathfinding takes him down through this route. He probably won't do it now that we're talking about it. No, he's just doing his duty up there. So anyway, but I got him to somehow come all the way down here and get stuff. So that was funny. Anyway, so let me collect these up just so that doesn't happen when I'm not watching. And we'll do something else. So a couple of real quick ones here. I have been told that you can pipe liquids into the industrial grinder directly rather than use cells to get them in. Yes, I know that now, but I don't think I'll do it because that's less convenient. It's also very unintuitive. Nothing in this UI tells me I can pipe liquids into it. But that's actually less convenient because I use a lot of different fluids in here, not just water. I was grinding coal ore using water, but I also use a lot of mercury for gold and sodium persulfate for, I think, copper and tin. So, yeah, could do that, but don't think I'm gonna. The other thing is I got a few comments telling me to change the output on my conduits over here at my biogas engines. Those lily pads. Just look at this. That cart seriously can't keep up. How's his storage looking? Yeah, it's okay. Lots of saplings at the ground for some reason. Right, so these conduits, I actually have done that, but they were set like this. Now, the thing about engines is they don't actually care which way the conduits are oriented. So let's put them this way, and we will measure... what's a good thing to measure here? Let's actually just look at... Okay, so if engines could not output into conduits, this one would build up all of its energy like this, and none of it would go anywhere. But if we look here, stored is going back to 0 every time. So it is pumping it into the... Can I do this? No, not requesting any energy. No, that doesn't tell me. What if I do this? Yeah, that requests 65, but the amount distributed 6, 6.1, 7, 6.7. Now, some engines do care. The magmatic engine I know does, and I assume the steam engine, the one that's from thermal expansion, does. This one shouldn't. So, and that the Stirling engine won't. Oh! That connects, but that's okay. Doesn't matter. Let's monitor those again, just to be sure. Wait, energy requested 0. They must be out of stuff. Okay, well, not a very good test. Can't do it very accurately. 9. Well, that was more that time. Anyway, but that doesn't matter, basically, is what I'm saying. It does matter a little bit for this fermenter, because when I had the conduit like this one was getting more power than the others, I guess just because it had 2 inputs here and here. But anyway, we'll just do that. So, yeah, doesn't generally matter unless you are using thermal expansion engines. Because if you have a magmatic engine connected to a blue conduit, it won't give you its full output. It'll just sort of go down towards 0, then overheat because it doesn't think the energy has anywhere to go. So, just wanted to address that real quick. There's a couple of things I want to talk about, but I don't want to make this another hour-long episode, so let's do this real quick. So I got some silicon cells from... I forget where. I didn't do that. No, I didn't do that. Yeah, okay, I was electrolyzing clay to get sodium cells, and that also gives you silicon cells. What you can do with these is you can put them into an industrial blast furnace, which will give you silicon plates out, and silicon plates can be used to make advanced circuits in place of regular circuits. So that's really handy. And, you know, you can replace the redstone with electrum to get 2 out of the recipe. So that's cool. That'll save me some electronic circuit components when I need advanced circuits. You can also make solar panels with them. These base solar panels aren't very good. I'd like the advanced ones, but those require crazy expensive. They require UU matter and iridium to make. So we won't be doing that just yet. But we do want to work a little bit on getting some UU matter. These are some components for the... yeah, these weren't too hard to make. Just needed some platinum, which I had enough of that, and lapitron crystals. And, well, let's look at the matter fabricator recipe. Had the chrome for that. Matter fabricator takes... Okay, so I have those components. Teleporters are easy. Yeah, easy if I have the diamonds. I might need some more diamonds. And this is a tough one. Takes 1 iridium plate. I think we can actually do that. Let's do it right now. So this is made in a rolling machine with iridium ingots, advanced alloy, and diamond dust. So we need 1 diamond dust. And while we work, let me talk about a few things. So, Inferno Mines. It's been, I think, probably over a month by now since I posted an episode in that series, and to be honest, although I was enjoying the map at first, it got to the point where I just wasn't. Like, this is a risk you take when you go into something blind. You don't know how much you're actually going to enjoy it, or it'll make for a good video. Just the way that Inferno Mines is set up was not really what I expected. So I think basically what I'm saying is I don't think I'm going to finish that map unless something changes. Maybe I'll come back to it and give it like one more try, see if it's not, see if I end up enjoying it more. But it's just, if I'm not having fun, I can't really make good video. So yeah, I think unless something changes, that series is concluded right now. Sorry if that disappoints you, but you know, what can I do? Like, if the map just doesn't quite suit me. Like, Waking Up was amazing. I loved everything about that, but Inferno Mines is different. It's just didn't feel right to me. There is another game that I'd really like to LP. It's been out. It's from 2008, so it's an old one, but it's a very, very special game to me, very near and dear to my heart, and I'd love to at least show it to you guys. Yeah, we'll talk about that more when I start that series. But yes, another game that I will be LPing soon. So anyway, we put this in an implosion compressor with some industrial TNT, and we get an iridium plate back. Awesome. And industrial TNT is just 3 TNT and flint, gives you 4. This stuff, don't place it down because you can't pick it up again. It'll just go off, as far as I know. So anyway, so there's our iridium plate, and we need a lot of lapitron crystals around that. Yeah, I won't bother actually crafting all that, but yeah, we have the most expensive components for this now, and I think we can actually make our matter fabricator. Hang on, how many diamonds does this take? I need 2 teleporters, so that's 1, 2. Do I have any spare glass fiber cable? I have 1, so I have to craft that. So that's 3 diamonds. Yeah, okay. I have all the components for a matter fabricator. Great. Except for power. So, doesn't help us too much to put down a matter fabricator if we can't actually power it. So, I won't bother going through all the rest of the crafting of it right now. So yeah, next episode may be an EU power episode. So let's see, there was one more thing I wanted to talk about. Let me check my notes. I remember now. Multiplayer servers. So, I've been getting an increasing number of requests from people on YouTube, messages and things, inviting me to play on various multiplayer servers around. Those are great. I really appreciate them. I would like to have a good environment for playing multiplayer, because I do enjoy it. I do a lot of single-player stuff here, but multiplayer is fun if I have the right environment and the right group of people. So that's kind of hard to find. And, you know, I don't like to reject people, you know. It's just if you invite me to play multiplayer and I say sorry but I can't do it, mostly that's just because I'm getting so many requests. I have accepted an invite to one whitelisted server. It's specifically for YouTubers. The name is Arisecraft. So hopefully you'll be seeing some videos from that soon. Although, I don't know, no one seemed to be on the server lately when I was on, but maybe it might be a time zone thing, because a lot of the members of that server are from Europe. And there goes the rest of my concrete. Need to roll up a lot more rebar. A lot of the members are from Europe, so I might be, at least I think they are, at least some of them are. So I might just be getting on at the wrong time of day. But yeah, hopefully we'll see some videos coming from that at some point here. but I'm still just sort of getting established on the server and figuring out what I'm doing with it. But yeah, so 2 new things coming up: multiplayer server and an LP of another game. I'm not going to tell you what it is until we get to it, but it's something very special. I didn't bring enough aluminium. So yeah, I'll call it a day for today, and I'll see you guys in the next episode. Thanks for watching.